Hey friends, it's Miss Tracy here, and I am here with your Sunday lesson. So this lesson comes from the Jesus Storybook Bible, and today's lesson is called The Little Girl and the Poor Frail Lady. Well, this story comes from the book of Luke, Luke chapter 8. Well, in Luke chapter 8, talks about the story of Jairus' daughter, okay? Now, we know that all of the stories in the Bible are true. That means that they really, really happened. So this story is true. It really happened. So Jesus had been teaching people, and he was teaching them about God's love. And there was a man, and he had a daughter, and his daughter was sick. She was very, very sick, and he just didn't know what to do. And he kept staying by her bed and hoping that she would get better, but you know what? She wasn't. She was just getting sicker and sicker. Well, this man, his name was Jairus, and he loved his daughter so much. He really loved her a lot. And so he thought about it, and he said, you know what? I know what to do. I'm going to go find Jesus. So he took off, and he went to the town where Jesus was, and he fought his way through the crowd. There were lots and lots of people there. And he made his way to Jesus, and he fell to his feet, and Jesus' feet, and he said, please, please, come and heal my daughter. And here's a picture. You can see a picture of him. So here he is running, and here he is falling down at the feet of Jesus and asking Jesus. So he said, Jesus, he said, falling at Jesus' feet, my daughter, he pleaded, please. But he didn't need to beg because before he even finished speaking, Jesus reached out his hand and helped him up. And he said, I'll come at once, Jesus said. Well, Jairus' eyes filled with tears. Jesus was coming. It was all going to be all right. Well, in those days, of course, they didn't have ambulances and they didn't have cars, so they had to go by foot. So they had to walk. Well, they were in a big hurry, but if they didn't hurry, it was going to be too late. So Jesus is trying to get through the crowd to make it there, and as Jesus is walking through the crowd, all of a sudden he stops. And everybody's like, wait, what? Why are we stopping? And Jesus said, who touched my robe? Whoa. He knew that someone had touched him. He said, someone touched me and I felt the power come out of me. They were like, what? What happened? Well, there was a poor old lady, and she was there, and she got up and she said, it was me. Well, this lady had been sick for a very, very long time, and she touched Jesus, and she was healed. So it says here that the poor lady had been sick for 12 years. That's a very long time. That's maybe longer than what you have even been alive, unless you're 12 years old. That's a very long time. Well, she knew if she only touched Jesus' coat, she would be healed. So she touched his coat, and instantly she was well. Well, we don't have time, said Jesus' friends, but Jesus always had time. He reached out his hand, and he gently lifted her head, and he looked into her eyes, and he smiled. You believed, he said, wiping away the tears from her eyes, and now you are well. Well, just then, Jairus' servants come running up to him, and they said, it's too late. It's too late. your daughter, she has died. Wow. Man, can you imagine? They were probably really, really sad. Well, at Jairus' house, everyone was crying. They got there and Jesus got there and everyone was crying and everyone was so sad. But Jesus said, don't be sad. I'm going to go wake her up. Well, everyone kind of laughed at him because they were like, she's not sleeping, she's dead. Well, Jesus walked into the little girl's room, and there, lying in the corner in the shadows, was a still little figure. Jesus sat in her bed and took her pale hand and said, it's time to get up. And so the little girl woke up. And he asked her, he said, are you hungry? And she said, yes. So he called out to her family and said, hey, bring her some food. She's hungry. Well, Jesus healed lots of people in that same way. He made blind people, people who weren't able to see, he made them able to see again. He made deaf people, people who couldn't hear anything, he made them able to hear again. And people that couldn't walk, he made them able to walk again. So Jesus was making all of the sad things untrue. He was mending God's broken world. Wow, isn't that a super exciting story? See how wonderful Jesus is? He is definitely the hero of this story and of this book. Well, I hope that you join me, and I hope that you're reading along with me through all of these stories so you can learn more and more about Jesus. And I hope you get to join me here at church soon. Well, good to see you all, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye.